Take it.
Welcome back, everybody. As you probably guessed by the title of the video and the thumbnail, we are going over this carbine right here today. This is the Aero Precision Thunder Ranch Edition M4E1, and basically what it is it was a collaboration from the folks over at Aero Precision and Clint Smith at Thunder Ranch of what he wanted for a fighting rifle. So this is what they came up with. There's some unique aspects to it, and I suppose before we get into all the details, let's head out to the range and see what kind of accuracy you can expect from this rifle, and then come back and walk through it piece by piece. Before we head out to the range, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is SDI, or Sonoran Desert Institute. For folks that don't know, they are an accredited online university for folks looking to learn skills that relate to the firearms industry. They offer a couple different degree programs and have courses on everything from gunsmithing to marketing to holster making, all types of things like that. So if you're interested, head over to SDI. Now on with the video. Now we're going to see what kind of groups we can get with this rifle. I actually debated not doing this test today because it's really windy today. We have a very strong right to left wind, and may impact the results, don't know. We have the target downrange at 100 yards. On the gun right now, we have a primary arms. This is their 1-8 second focal point scope with the ACSS reticle. So for 100 yards, we got plenty of glass on there. And out there on the end, we have the Whip Machine Mod 1 silencer. And in the gun right now, we have some Federal M193. And we'll see how she groups with that. And then go to some match stuff. All right, next load up here will be some Federal with the Barnes 55 grain TSX bullet in there. It is all copper. This stuff's nasty. I think I have a gel test of it on the channel somewhere, but wouldn't want to take one to the chest, I can tell you that much. But it's kind of light for caliber load with just being 55 grain. All right, next up here, we're gonna shoot some of the Winchester. This is a 223 load with the 69 grain Match King hollow point boat tail bullet. A lot of people think this bullet is one of the most consistently accurate bullets out there. I am one of them. It's generally a good bullet for accuracy, but you never know, every gun's different. All right, and the last load up is going to be some Gorilla ammunition. This is their 223 chambering with a 77 grain Sierra Match King bullet on there. We'll see how it likes the heavy stuff. Let's go check them out. Unfortunately, we lost one of those groups, but it is what it is. All right, so first off, we started out with that M193, and obviously that was our biggest group. It's a non-matched group. We are right at 2 inches on the dot, center to center with that group. Then we lost our TSX group, went low, is what it is. Over here with the 69 grainers, excellent accuracy, right at 3/4 of an inch on that group. And then right here with the 77 grainers, center to center, we're right at 7/8 inches on that one. So definitely an MOA shooter with match ammo for sure. Now that we've got the accuracy out of the way, let's talk about the rifle itself. So it comes with a VG6 Delta 556 flash hider on there. Anybody who watches the channel knows that it's absolutely my favorite non-suppressor attachment muzzle device for AR-15s. It does a great job at hiding flash. It also gives you a little bit of compensation because the bottom portion is flat. It's basically just an enhanced A2 flash hider. The A2 is great. The VG6 version is just even better. So excellent muzzle device. If you're talking about a fighting rifle, that's what you want. You don't want flash giving your position away, and you also don't want a huge concussion if you're shooting indoors or in enclosed areas. So Excellent muzzle device. Moving on to the barrel itself, this one here is 16 inches, mid-length, 4150 CMB steel, MP, HP tested, 1 in 7 twist rate. The probably only change I would make, well, maybe one other that we'll get to here in a little bit, if I was designing the rifle, would be to make this a continuous taper barrel. As it is a government profile barrel, so it's a little bit thinner back here at the rear, and then it opens up as we go forward. I'm just not a fan of having the weight out there at the end. If you want the extra weight, I'd rather have it towards the chamber, but again, I suppose it's a preference issue there. That said, it shoots great, as you guys saw, and the actual gas block that it comes with is a nitrided one from Aero Precision. Now, I replaced mine with their adjustable one just because I wanted to test it. It's a detent adjustable one, and with the can on there, we tuned it up and it shoots nice and soft now, as you guys have seen. Anytime we've been running the can, we ran it for I think 1 range trip with the standard gas block, and then after that put the adjustable on, and it's ran great. One thing I want to point out though that is a distinction with this rifle versus some of the other ones out there, a lot of companies will just put their gas block right up against the edge there of the gas block journal. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to leave a little bit of a gap for it to be aligned correctly. Aero Precision did that correctly when they put their original one on there. They also dimpled the set screw and used a high temp thread locker on there, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want. You don't want that thing coming loose. And then the actual gas tube itself is melanited as well. Generally speaking, I don't really think that matters, but some folks like it, so it's a little extra bonus for you if you do. Now, the actual handguard itself is going to be their Atlas handguard. This one here has the full-length Picatinny rail on top. Obviously, it's cut out for weight savings, but any 1913 attachments will work on there. I like that because, again, if you're talking about a fighting rifle, you want to have full capabilities. So a lot of the ones that shave that off for a little bit of weight savings don't give you the ability to add any type of clip-on for like thermals or any sort of laser designator if you're talking about night vision, etc. On there, we do have our Surefire light there mounted up an air socket mount. The M-LOK slots are at the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions, and then back here towards the rear of the handguards, we do have our quick detach attachment points. I'm not a huge fan of aluminum quick detach attachment points because they do wear over time, but of course, being M-LOK, you could add a steel one basically wherever you want on the handguard. But very good handguard, very easy and solid lockup, easy to install rather, and solid lockup on the actual barrel nut. I use these all the time. I have tons of rifles with them on there. Never had any issues with them. They also have the anti-rotation tabs on there that go over the receiver, which is a nice touch as well. Before we move on to the receiver set, I should note that it does come with Magpul MBUS 2 backup sights, and they're fantastic sights. I've talked about these for years. They're very durable, they work well, they're easy to deploy, they're lightweight. There's really not a lot to hate about the Magpul sights. I know some folks prefer steel ones, but these things in any durability test I've ever seen perform exceptionally well. Continuing on back to the upper and lower receiver, again, it's based on the M4E1 upper and lower from Aero Precision. It's basically their enhanced upper and lower, and then customized for the Thunder Ranch edition with the Thunder Ranch logo there. Of course, we have the cutout there in the magwell. The magwell is flared for easier reloads. The trigger guard is integral, which I do like, and it's also enlarged. We have our Magpul Grip, Magpul stock on there. I should note that this rifle is available in either black or Magpul FDE, and they also offer it with a 14.5-inch barrel with the pinned VG6 flash hider on there. And you'll note here our upper receiver does not have a forward assist. So let's talk about that. I'm a fan of the forward assist. I've always said that. I've used it several times, that it's worked for me. That said, there is a theory out there that if the round won't go in the chamber, basically you don't want to force it in there because bad things can happen. That's absolutely true. However, there are situations where it does come into play. Ask Kyle, he'll tell you. But some folks don't like it. It does save weight, and it just makes it a little bit easier as well for running the ambi charging handle, particularly if you're left-handed. Now the cutout in the magwell, I've heard people argue about this. Does it make a difference? Does it allow dirt to get in there? I don't really think so, because the majority of the time you have your rifle and you're using it, there's going to be a magazine in there, which is going to prevent the egress of dirt into your receiver. So I don't really see it being an issue there. Additionally, it's not a high stress area for your lower receiver, so it's not like weakening it or anything like that. That said, the advantage of it, why is it there, is so that if you have a double feed in your rifle, it's easier to go through there and clear it from either side, rather than One thing that's a little bit different about this gun versus others out there on the market is that as of right now, it may change in the future, it's not sold as a complete gun. So they sell it as a lower receiver, upper receiver, or stripped lower, stripped upper, or upper receiver and lower receiver set. And then the parts modular, you can buy it in any number of configurations, but they do not offer it, at least as of right now, as a rifle. So if you buy the upper, it doesn't come with a charging handle or a bolt carrier group. That said, I went with the Aero Precision nitrided bolt carrier group, which is obviously full auto profile, has a nitrided finish on there. The bolt itself is made of 9310 steel and it is MP and HP tested. That said, it's only marked MP, but it is HP tested as well. I don't know why they mark it like that. And then for the charging handle, we went with Aero Precision's breech charging handle, which is fantastic. They offer these in a couple different sizes, large and small for the latch sizes. And then it also has a gas busting ridge here on the back. So that way, when it's in the upper receiver, it's preventing that gas coming back in your face, which definitely can be annoying when you're running a suppressor. It's a fantastic charging handle. I have it on several different rifles at this point, and I've had zero issues at all with them. It works great. It feels good. It's not too big that it's going to get stuck on things, so I am certainly a fan of it. At this point in the video, there's only a couple of things that we haven't mentioned about the rifle. Number one, our castle nut here is staked, which is exactly what you'd want, mil-spec in that regard. Speaking of mil-spec, the receiver extension is a 6-position receiver extension that's made out of 7075 T6 aluminum. Mil-spec in that regard. It does have the dry film lubricant on the inside. And of course, our Magpul SL stock here is an excellent stock. I have a full review on this stock, but we have our integrated steel reinforced QD points there. And then we also have our sling attachment points for the traditional mounting ways that you want to do it, but it's very good. It has a really good lockup, very snug. It's not going to wiggle on you. It's just a good all-around stock. So with that, we've covered most of the details of the rifle outside of performance. So you guys have already seen the accuracy. It shoots very well, as you guys saw. I shouldn't say everyone, most people who have shot Aero Precision barrels know that they all shoot really well, and that's exactly what we would expect. Reliability has been 100% with any type of ammo that we've ran through it. The majority of it has been M855, but we've also ran some steel case. You guys probably saw steel casings ejecting out at some point during the shooting portion of the video, and we've also ran match stuff, bolt tail hollow points, all of those. They've fed without issue. It has been 100% reliable. It's got about 900 rounds through it at this point, so can't really argue, can't really ask rather for anything better than that. Price point, so again, as I mentioned, it's not sold as a complete rifle, so you have to buy the lower and the upper. The lower right now is in the 300s, the upper right now is in the 600s. That could change over time, but that is what it is right now, depending on the options that you choose. Additionally, you're going to, of course, have to buy a bolt carrier group and a charging handle. I do wish the upper came with those, but it doesn't, so just kind of know that going forward. Shipping is free, though, over at Aero's site, and of course, there'll be a link down below in the video description if anybody's looking to pick one up. But what do I think about it? So for the price point, I think you get a very good rifle. You know, it's basically a $1,000 to $1,200 rifle. And if you look around at the competitive options out there and the specs that this rifle brings to the market, it's very, very competitive. Aero Precision has been known for making very high quality AR-15s for a long time now, and the feature set is great. And like I said, the only thing I would really change about it is the barrel profile, and I would add a forward assist because I like tapping it. It makes me happy. But other than that, no complaints at all. If you guys have any questions about the rifle, anything like that, you can always post them down below in the comment section. If you like this type of video and you're not subscribed here to the channel, definitely hit subscribe. We do a lot of in-depth AR-15 reviews around here. It's one thing the channel is known for. And also, if you are subscribed and you're not seeing 2 to 4 videos a week here on the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell. If you've done that and you're still not seeing them, the algorithm is preventing you from seeing my content, kind of like Facebook. But you can bypass that by signing up for my email at the website that you see here on your screen. This email goes out once a month at most with all of the videos since the previous email went out, so that way there's no social media giant censoring your eyes from my content through an algorithm. And then we also have a daily deals email, so should any of the items on this particular carbine go on sale, we'll send it out in that email, and basically it's just 6 or 7 of the best deals that I find around the internet that day, and saves you some time because you don't have to search for them. It saves you some money because I won't send them out if it's not the cheapest that I know of for that item at that time. It won't go out unless it meets that criteria. So there is that. And I suppose with that, that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. I truly appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing everybody in the next video.